Dealing with change in work and thriving. Change is a constant in the workplace, often unsettling established routines by introducing new software tools or additional responsibilities. This upheaval triggers varied reactions, including fear, frustration, and confusion among employees. While organizations undergo inevitable changes, employees often feel powerless to resist, compelled to accept new norms. Helping employees deal with change in the workplace fosters a culture of adaptability and resilience, which can lead to increased innovation, improved performance, and a competitive edge for the organization in the dynamic business landscape. Helpful tips for dealing with change in the workplace. Sometimes it seems that as soon as you get into a comfortable routine at work, something ends up changing and upsetting it. You may be asked to use an entirely new software tool or have to take on additional responsibilities. Dealing with change at work isn't always easy. The first reaction many people have is fear, frustration, confusion, or a combination of all of the above. Organizations will inevitably go through changes, and those changes often have a big impact on employees. When managing transition in the workplace, staff can often feel powerless and that they have no choice but to accept the new way of doing things. But not everyone looks at change the same way. Just as you'll find people resisting change in the workplace, you'll also find those embracing change at work. What's the difference? It's often a combination of two things. 1. How well the change team communicates about and handles the change project. 2. The employee's own attitude about the change. While you may not be able to stop a transition that impacts your daily routine, there are certain tips on how to manage change at work that can help you feel better about it and handle the process with less stress and anxiety. Accepting change in the workplace. There are certain stages that employees need to pass through in order to get to a place where they're accepting change in the workplace. While the change management team is trained to help you get there, it's also up to you to be open to managing the transition in the workplace, ask questions to help alleviate your initial emotional response, and get yourself to a place of embracing change at work. So, how do you get from a place of resisting a change that you never asked for to accepting change in the workplace without all those bad feelings? Here are the main stages illustrated in the Bridges theory and some suggestions on how to get through each one. Ending stage. When you first learn of a change, some of the common emotions you'll feel are loss, anger, denial, confusion, and frustration. If you don't get past this state when managing change at work, it can be a problem for your own sense of well-being as well as your work performance. Neutral zone stage. When you're in the neutral zone, it means that you've moved past those initial negative and resistant feelings about how to manage change at work. You've opened your mind to the possibility that the change might actually make your work life better. This stage can bring a mix of different types of emotions on all sides of the spectrum. You may be excited to attend training for a new process at the same time as feeling anxiety and some fear as you ramp up the learning curve. New beginning stage. The new beginning stage typically happens once you've hit the go-live date for the change and are now doing things the new way. This can lead to feelings of relief and happiness that you've made it through, but you may still have occasional feelings of confusion if there's a lack of sustained support. Top change management software for coping with change in the workplace. Not all change is welcome or exciting, but the things that you choose to do when dealing with change at work can make a big difference in your overall happiness, anxiety, and stress during and after the transition. While resistance to change is natural, especially because change involves an ending of some type, it's important to get past that initial resistance to a place of accepting change in the workplace. OCMS Portal simplifies the complexities of workplace transitions with its intuitive interface, streamlined communication and resistance management tools, and simplified task management. OCMS Portal guides you through change initiatives effortlessly, handling about 80% of the change management work. Get a free trial today at ocmsolution.com.